I say we have to get rolling when I haven't set up cameras this whole time. Ha ha ha, we're professional.
Oh
Hi, everybody.
no! Hi.
Look at me be terrible and not set up here. Where are we? Dragon. Why is it not detecting the cameras?
I did not notice that my druid picture has like little
Butts.
like plant goblins.
Yeah, you got little friends there with you.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Of course, I gotta fix these because it's not letting me put in all the music players. So let's see if it's working again.
Okay, glasses, you don't have to be so reflective.
You got
It's
some
rat pain in the ass.
nerve grasses. Yeah, I hate it when mine do that too.
I'll just get my sunglasses out. That'll.
Alright, so Phasmo is just not working.
Fast boat. Why?
He's like, "Did you see my new game that came out?
First,
I'm
join
too-
the union.
I'm too good for you guys now."
Fucking Phasmo.
Best email from Origin PC ever. It can run Crisis. Like, wow, I remember when that was a thing like 12 years ago. If your computer was good enough to run that.
Remember when that was important? I too remember that.
As did I. I could never run it.
I just don't think I bothered. It was just kind of like, I'm too busy playing Saints Row, thanks.
I played it on PS3 like a pleb.
Ah, filthy pleb. You didn't know the glories of the PC Master Race.
Ta-da!
Yeah, this was before I was 18 and actually had money. So I was using a shitty laptop and a PS3.
I mean, hey, it took me this year and my computer basically imploding on itself like a star going supernova to finally get a computer that can run things.
And didn't you do that just before the 30 series cards came out as well?
It's okay, those are gonna be like $8,000 each. I can't afford one of those.
Yeah,
Once the scalpers get to them, yeah.
I don't think Frost can pull it twice for their PC acquisitions.
You never know. Maybe I'll get all tricksy, be like, "Yeah, there's a problem. I need to send in for repairs," and then I just get a better one sent back.
Yeah, you vaguely mentioned that fucking you pulled a fast one. Did you get like a decent warranty or something?
First of all, he didn't pull anything.
They
I know,
just
I was gonna say.
it was the best clerical error in my favor ever.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a $1,500 computer what I picked up because it was on sale for like $1,200, and they gave me a $2,500 computer.
Like, I couldn't have been more proud.
That's fucking damn.
It's like, no, you don't take that back. It's like you hold on to that.
I'm like, I'm so conflicted because I hate ripping things off, but man, I will never get a computer this nice for like 10 years.
Fucking my main man has been ripping off Logitech for fucking years. He somehow got a fucking returns warranty way back when, but he didn't actually send the headset. So when his new headset finally broke, like 2 years later, he just sent that back. They sent him out a free fucking model of their new, free one of their new version. So he's been fucking trading forward on this same fucking warranty for years.
That is amazing. I love it.
Message.
That's how it worked with me with webcams way back in the day when I used to have Logitech ones. Was I had like the really shitty like 280p one, and then I was like, yeah, there's just a little like thing with it with the lens. Like, yeah, sure. And then I got back to like 361, and then that one I was like, yeah, there's just something wrong with the lid because I like accidentally got something on it. Like it was like I was moving it and I scratched it or something. They're like, oh shit, here you go. Here's the 480p. I'm like, oh, I'll take it.
Sweet deal.
You fools! I'm progressively ripping you off. Whoa!
Title's background is just going wild. Disco party.
As I go to the stream to see me consuming half of the C ward and drinking.
Listen, I'm just resizing everything. And Shane just doesn't get to be on camera today. It's been decided.
I love it when I can't size.
It's probably
turn
for the
off my
best.
phone.
But it tells you every time we start streaming.
What?
Looks like Shane would be
Your phone
played by
likes to go
Nigel's
off
hat
every time we
today.
turn the stream on.
My phone isn't working.
Oh. You still haven't gotten that fixed?
Well, if I take the battery out for like 10 seconds and then put it back in and then turn it all back on again, then it starts working.
Ah, the old turn it on and off again.
No, I can't turn it off and on.
I
I have
put the
to take it
battery in,
apart.
off.
Well, yeah, taking the battery out will turn it off.
It'll.
But you have to do like the hardcorest of off and on again.
Yup. But hey, let's get a rolling.
Okay. So, we had left off. We're still in chapter 2. Not for much longer. We had left off with the party having completed a number of jobs for various groups, joining a few of them in the process, and just taking some money to help tide them over. Lime had also taken a extensive loan from her patrons in order to finish paying for the manor that they had acquired, or the repairs for the manor. That, for the most part, is going to end up being complete. Is there any downtime activity you all would like to do throughout the rest of the 10-day?
I think Eleanor will either be helping the botanist or scribing more like healing spells for the Dragonborn guy. Try and make some more money.
Okay. So, for you, go ahead and enroll me. Make sure I can find that. Oops. Here we are. Roll me a D100.
Yeah, 43.
Alright. Over the course of that 10-day, you managed to make 43 gold. Just working all day.
Now to figure out a pyramid scheme to balloon this amount.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all the work that
We might get the
that
dub
we have
here,
for you
Chad.
for the time being.
Okay.
Anybody else?
I'll probably just be performing not at the Spirit Tap.
Just put on a Groucho Marx mask while you play.
Yeah, I apply a gnome's mustache. Don't ask where I got it from, and then go perform.
Roll me a performance check.
I forgot I can't roll under 10 now.
Oh, that's right. Oh man, the good one.
Okay, hold on. So that
Like you
is
needed it.
19. So 25 performance.
Now roll me 2 for 5. Roll me 5d20.
Oh yeah.
You make 76 gold over the course of this 10-day.
Money, 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 money.
It's not bad for a 10-day thing, and you joined only in like day 3, I think, or day 4.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I'll primarily manage the hospital
Okay.
for the time being. Pretty much the moment we get working rooms, I'd try and take patients in.
Another D100. Oh, I discovered I might be doing that wrong.
Wow.
99.
It's gonna be everybody one-upping each other now.
It's on you, Dada. You gotta roll a 100.
That's not going to happen.
I have been doing this wrong. I apologize. So, nope, I was completely wrong. Very sorry. Let me correct myself. First one was...
I think you will get 1 gold. Like, okay.
No, it's still a decent amount. Just 3.
There are expenses. You can't play at a pub without, getting trashed in the process. You have to buy all the booze.
Got it.
I mean,
now,
that's fair.
1d6.
Is this everybody?
No, just the first roll.
Of course.
First roll is in Eleanor, or
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out too.
6.
I think it's just Frost.
Of course it's a 1. Why wouldn't it be?
That is 60 gold, so actually that's more.
Hey, I'll take it.
Well, there you go.
D7. Also a 1d6.
Yeah, we're in 1d6.
That is you, Ren.
Oh, okay. We were asking and you didn't tell us we were all re-rolling. 1d6. 3.
That is... total of 80 gold.
I think that's also more.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And that one, the 99, roll me 3d10.
That's you, Shane.
Wow.
You,
Get 2 gold.
running the actual business, just opening, managed to pull over 240 gold.
Oh, I see what
Hot.
you're
Hey.
saying.
No, wait, sorry. Yes. 240 gold.
Heck yeah.
It is super profitable.
As
We're
it is
1/10 of the way
technically our
there.
business, I'll split that by 4, so everyone takes 60.
They weren't helping you.
Lies, we haven't gotten to what I was doing yet.
I mean, to be fair, we don't know what Lime's doing.
Lime, are you helping them?
Melanie and
Yeah,
Ella totally not.
I'm gonna be using that 10-day to make the potions and any supplies that we need.
Gotcha. Go ahead and make me just make me an alchemy check with your intelligence. You're just making potions,
Yeah,
healing salts and
just
everything?
like basic like salves and just nothing magical. Just
Gotcha.
like
Then use your wisdom. Yep. Yeah, you managed to keep the store fairly stocked, with the two of you working a bit of overtime while the rest of your party is out working other jobs. You two do manage to pull in a decent amount and cover the cost of expenses. So, it's a great opening to the week.
in that 10-day, I also want to buy the 20 gold worth of ingredients that I will need to eventually start working more on my purple food.
Okay.
And
Easy
get
enough.
a poisoner's kit.
Yeah, easy enough to get the ingredients. Go ahead and make me. You're using your poisoner's kit to craft this?
I want to go buy a poisoner's kit.
Okay.
But I'm not crafting it, I'm just going out and buying supplies.
Okay. Easy enough. You can gather the supplies needed. And I think that's everybody for a downtime activity. Just spending time making money.
Yeah.
I will say, since you two were... Actually... No, actually, yeah, that wouldn't have any effect because it's just going to run into the next scene. So over the 10-day, you all set to work just pushing yourselves hard in various tasks. The two of you who are actually running the hospital, while it is somewhat hectic, you find that there is a lot of work to be had, and it is very busy for those 10 days that you are working. The rest of you do go out and manage to make yourselves some coin on the side, and that brings us to the next day. Where is everyone staying currently in the hospital?
I watch Lime while they sleep.
Okay.
I
I
sleep
don't
in the
remember.
basement.
I think Eleanor went and took Esteropi's room upstairs in the top floor,
Okay.
so that we had one more room that we could rent out.
How early is
That-
everyone out? Everyone awake?
As early as possible.
Well, the pub doesn't open until 10, so 9:55.
Okay.
I see what you did there.
Elizabeth was going to share some of the profits with Lime, is that what she said?
Yeah, I've been convinced to be greedy, so 120 each between us two.
That's just going to go to pay back the loan.
Yep. Where are we at with that, by the way?
Give me a minute to do math.
Well, it was 1,900 because we already paid like 100 gold towards it.
No, I got a substantial loan. Paid off all that we needed work done. Now it's a matter of paying off the substantial loan that I took.
Did you tell anyone about that? I can't remember.
She has not.
I have not. I mean, you guys knew that I was talking to a contact, but I have not told you that I said that I received said loan. Which is very like Lime to do.
John McBreakknees will let you all know soon who he is.
And actually, Lime is under the impression she doesn't have to pay it, but she's afraid if she doesn't.
It's like, we'll definitely find out later if you do. Good thing you work at a hospital to fix all them broken bones.
We owe just over 1,000.
Okay.
So,
In a 3 months' time.
well, a 10-day of that month has passed.
Mm.
But you managed to get you managed to make some money. You managed to get things in order, and you managed to start your business up. You all go to sleep on the eve of the 10th day, and those of you who do wake early enough are probably on the main floor preparing to get to work or get to whatever tasks that you intend to do for the day.
Mm-hmm. Elno's probably setting up, like, the medicine and bandages and everything like that.
And Elizabeth, you're in the attic room, correct?
No, I think I have the second floor's
Yeah, one
master
of the-
bedroom, as no one
Okay.
took that.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Alright,
Otherwise, the left balcony room.
gotcha. So, as morning rolls around, with Elizabeth still asleep, having not woken up early enough, everyone hears the roar of a sudden explosion. It is cacophonous. Elizabeth, you do wake up at this, very unhappily. Windows rattle, and you can hear screams outside.
I turn to, I don't know, am I being watched
Yes.
by
Medley is positioned at the side of your bed, just kind of 45-degree angle bent and just looking right at your face.
Oh, what?
I
I didn't do
count
it.
the
It wasn't me.
breaths.
Of course it wasn't you. You have been in REM cycle.
Oh, that's a relief.
There was an explosion outside. I predict if there are injuries, it will be lucrative for business.
Oh, well, then we should get right on it, shouldn't we?
Yes, please put on your pants. Decency is still required even in emergencies.
I guess I can put on pants.
Do I have to?
Wait, I don't own any pants.
Well, whatever human garments are acceptable, humanoid.
I'll get dressing gloves.
Mm.
As long as my lab is not on fire.
Our lab is not on fire yet.
What is everyone doing?
Making sure our lab is not on fire.
It is not on fire.
Okay.
As soon as she heard it, Eleanor went flying downstairs and out the door.
As you do head out, you're probably the first one out the door, having been awake and getting things set up. You step outside, and what you see is charred bodies scattered around, just across the street from you. There is a stand that has been torched nearly to ash. Smoke billows outward from where this blast was, and there are anguished screams just shrill through the air. It is quite literally seems like there was an explosion right outside your door. And I have some fun artwork for you guys. Would you like to see?
Yes.
Yeah.
Show us the chaos.
Therion strikes again.
Oh
Ooh.
no.
Was this explosion at the Spirit Tap?
No.
Oh my god, that guy's on fire.
Wow.
Oh.
There's a
The
dude
spirit
on his
tap.
feet
So-
on fire and
Yeah, actually, let me pull you to troll scroll.
That dwarf is like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Nope.
Yeah. Alright, so You all are in this building. Spirit Tap's right here. This building is on fire.
Oh no!
Wait, hold on.
I
Where are
didn't
we?
take create water.
Yeah, nor did I. This has happened twice now.
You're the worst druid ever. No, I'm kidding.
I'm sorry, I didn't see the ping. Where are we?
This is
You're
us.
right
Cease the
here.
fire.
Eleanor will immediately start seeing if there's anybody not dead she can help, because I'm pretty sure the dude laying down is probably not long for this world at this point.
Is it safe to assume that being a medical care facility / bed and breakfast, that we would have like a healer's kit?
Medical bed and breakfast.
I will say that is part of your supplies, yes.
Okay. I will grab a triage bag on the way out
Alright.
of the door.
On your way out, Elizabeth is probably coming down the stairs, and it's like, "What did you explode? What happened?"
It wasn't me! Wasn't me! Wasn't me! I can do it this time.
Oh, thank fuck. So what did explode?
Something outside, across the street.
Ah, shit, that's not good. Okay, follow me.
Likely, debt collectors are after the spirit tap.
Alright, so you all head out to the scene. Eleanor, you're out there first, so you have a moment. You're searching for any wounded.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me. Go ahead and give me. Go ahead and give me an investigation check as you go to check these bodies.
Yeah. $18.
All right. So you start looking through the bodies caught in the explosion. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check as well.
Yeah.
Okay. You just go ahead and start looking through the bodies. You find that there are a group of. There are about 10 people in total. One of which is one of which is a gnome. There are several humans, and a couple halflings and a dwarf. You see that you go from body to body. None of them are alive. You do notice, as you're checking them, that one of the bodies has something on it, a pouch of some sort. You also hear footsteps, armored footsteps, in the distance approaching.
She'll probably assume they're city guards, so she'll see if there's anyone that needs immediate attention to stabilize them with some healing.
I will also say, go ahead and give me. I'm sorry. What was that last thing you said?
Oh, I said she'll probably look for anybody that's like in need of like dire medical attention to stabilize them with some healing.
The people caught in the blast all appear to be dead, just charred to a crisp. There was a stand where it appears that a couple were selling fruits. All those fruits are just incinerated, and the pair, along with all the other bodies, are just burnt up. No breathing. There is also a bit of a crowd starting to gather. Give me a. No, you already managed that. You do, when you're making your investigation, looking over the bodies, you do notice that one of the humans has a black winged snake tattoo on the right forearm. And you also notice that the dead gnome has dry waste on their boots and cloaks. And they're the one with the pouch.
She's not going to disturb the pouch because hearing a bunch of metal footsteps and assuming they're city guards, she's not going to tamper with evidence.
Okay. Anybody
But
else
she
doing
will.
anything? You all have a moment to act before the watch arrives.
Medley would be going out, and she's gonna look around, see the crowd. There are people gathering around to take a look at what's going on.
You see, among the crowd, you see that there is that after everything has just happened, after this explosion, you see Fala across the street, just kind of like peering wide-eyed, carrying a bundle of goods. You see the woman Nimue having stepped outside to see what the hell has happened across from her establishment as well. And among the crowd, you also see you notice a rather large bush kind of peering around the corner as well.
No, it was fucking him.
It was the fucking bush. Medley will just address the crowd and start playing like calming elevator music. Nothing to see here. Please disperse. Let the rhythm soothe your worries. And then I'll just start playing some music to calm people down and drown out the screams.
Okay.
You said that everybody that was hit
16.
by the fireball is dead.
Yeah.
Nobody that needs tending.
That's what it appears. I would say since it was Eleanor was outside first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Eleanor, you probably would have noticed a few people like scurrying away in a panic, but the music from Medley seems to be, and with the sudden explosion over and done with, it seems like things are calming down.
I want to take a look around. Are there people like anybody like acting like suspiciously, like not?
Give me an
like
insight
they're
check.
not like panicking, but they're like a little too cool with the fact that a fireball just went off.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me an. What would be your insight with that?
My insight would be a 15.
15? Okay. You don't pick up on anyone being like surprised or I'm sorry, not. You don't pick up on anyone being too cool. You do catch the sight of Nimue kind of like staring upwards like she's trying to search for something. You also see that the bush has a few leaves on fire. Doesn't seem to be paying it much mind.
Not the burning bush.
You also notice...
Is the bush alive? Is it just a bush?
It is a moving bush. It appears to be sentient.
Oh, is it one of what's-her-face's bushes?
You haven't asked. You also see Fala. towards closer to her own shop, who is just kind of like standing back, and she seems a little nervous.
Is that you thumping?
That is not me.
Where the hell is that coming
Someone is hammering below us.
from? Oh. Okay. Apologies, people, for the thumping sound. It sounds like it's at a window, but we're on the 4th floor. Maybe somebody's stuck outside. Who knows?
Could be. But those are the 3 people who seem to be doing more than just
Freaking out.
gossiping each other and just staring at, trying to figure out what happened.
I'm gonna. You said it was Fala. Who was she again?
She's the herbalist.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna turn to Elizabeth. Maybe we should find out, if anybody saw anything, and then I'll go try and put out the bush.
Okay.
Elizabeth would quietly mutter, "You know how I am with people, dear," as she'd also step into the triage kind of role, trying to identify if anyone needs help, but we've already done that, so she doesn't really get anywhere.
I'm great with people.
You do see that there are some people who have minor burns and charred hair, but it looks like whoever was caught in the, and if anyone else would like to make an Arcana check as well, they may do so.
Beginning Arcana subroutines.
Natural.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 1.
Oh, come on. Triple nat 1. Let's go.
We're like, magic, who dis?
Shit.
Close.
None of you have any idea what has caused this explosion.
It was an explosion.
I'm almost thoroughly convinced that it was me that caused this. That one.
She's gaslighting herself.
For let's see, who is staying and falling into the role of helping people?
Eleanor would be helping people.
That was
Eleanor.
Shane, yeah.
All right, so
Elizabeth Gallows.
yeah, so the guards do step up and start asking questions of some of the people. A couple of them start to move to check on the corpses. They seem to start, but as they approach, they're gonna start to usher you away. You do notice that there are some people who are singed, not badly. It looks like it was very concentrated.
Was I able to put the bush out?
Yeah, Lion, you walk up to the bush, and it's fairly big, but it shifts and kind of looms over you. Some of the leaves that are still burning, but you get the sense that it stares down at you, and you just hear, "Wah."
Buddy, you're on fire.
Wah.
I start patting where the fire is to try and put it out.
Easy enough. You're able to put the flames out. You do notice that as you are putting these flames out, it's got a lot of water just dripping from the bottom half of it. And you notice that there is a tipped over barrel.
Is the fire still burning?
No. It was.
No, I mean the big fire.
Oh,
is
the big fire still? It's being. That is the first thing the guards are putting out.
I will untip over the bucket and fill it with the shrub's water.
It starts moving. It's moving around on its own roots. But you also hear the the clatter of armored feet, and it's not the guards, but you see rushing up the same half-drow chiseled warrior you had seen in the prior week, who was acting as guardian to Nimue. But she comes strolling up looking extremely worried. And as she does, she just says, "Tim, are you alright?" And she starts looking over this bush frantically. The bush looks to her and just goes, "Blah. Oh, thank gosh." And then kind of like glances to you. "What happened?"
Explosion?
Explosion.
She like looks off and sees like this charred place, and then the bush kind of like holds out a branch, and or several branches, like it's making an exploding motion, and just goes, "Wah!" And you see wrapped around one of those branches is a set of beads.
Do I know what the bead? Can I look at the beads and try and figure out what they are?
Roll me Arcana check.
We know how that last one went.
Yep.
Oh, 20.
This time you recognize what this is. You see that they are... You've heard of these items before. Probably you've seen them before. These are beads of fireball, or a necklace of fireball.
Oh no, that's not good.
Wow.
Who's closest to me in the party?
Hello, I am standing right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, in Medley's head, I think I know what caused the big explosion. And the tree has it.
It's technically a
And
bush. A shrubbery.
Blah. Sorry, this is Tiny Bush Tim. This is one of my children.
Tiny Bush Tim is holding the murder weapon.
We have found our arsonist. It was a shrubbery.
Blah. No.
I don't think the shrub would get caught in its own, because when I found it, it was on fire.
Blah. Blah.
What?
And then you notice that the elf's ears twitch, and she seems to be paying attention to the bush, and she goes, he says right after the explosion that they ducked behind the rain barrel and then heard a plop in it, the barrel.
What? Wait, they put these in the barrel, or they are in a barrel?
Tim says that they hid behind the barrel and then heard a plop in the water.
What barrel?
I assume that tipped over barrel that has...
Was there a person? Are there, like, footsteps, like, leading away from the barrel that I just untipped?
Make a perception check.
Because I'm going to assume that I didn't see a person.
No, survival check.
Oh.
What would that be with survival?
The same exact thing.
Same thing?
13.
You don't see any footsteps other than probably the hurried dousing of water onto the burning bush. But you do notice that overhead... Oh, nope. That is not true. Yes, you do notice a few wet footprints, but they disappear quickly. And they are booted, not roots.
I think they're disappearing really quickly. I'm gonna pocket the necklace, the beads or whatever.
The bush is still...
Eleanor, Elizabeth, we gotta go this way.
The bush is still holding onto the beads.
Oh, well, he can keep them if he wants them.
Wow!
Is that wise? The bush has already shown it is capable of causing massive destruction.
Well, I'm not going to fight a bush.
That's
Unless
fair.
you wanna. And I put up my dukes.
No, I believe our combat capabilities against this bush would be inadequate.
Several branches come out and
I
curl like
will-
they're trying
I
to
will-
flex.
I will turn to the big person. I would suggest not letting them, I pointed to the City Watch, know that your friend has these.
What? Why? What are these?
These are fireball beads, and that's what caused probably that big explosion.
You see her eyes go wide and just like holds out a hand. Tim, give me the beads. Wah. Give them to me now. Wah. And it extends the beads, and she takes them and lets out a relieved sigh and says, go back and check on the others. And the bush just goes, wah, and starts running off on its roots back towards one of the houses back here. While the warrior elf looks to you and says, thank you for identifying those for me. Really appreciate it. I'm going to go talk to the guards. I'll get back to you later. And she just runs off to the guards.
Did Eleanor and Elizabeth hear me yell for them?
Yeah, Eleanor probably came. What do you mean? What footsteps?
Before that, you have guards approach you.
Whoop.
Here we go. But the guards basically approach you and say, we're going to need you to step away from the scene. We have to do our job. We need you to back
Yep.
away.
You got it, mister. We were just heading that way. I point in the direction we were about to head, which I'm assuming is away from where they don't want us.
You see that, which direction are you heading?
Whatever direction the footprints were.
They fade quickly. You can't really tell which direction they lead.
Never mind, we're gonna go home.
Is there anyone else you want to talk to, or anything else you want to do?
Who else is visible?
The two other people that Lime had picked out from her insight was Fala and Nimue. And Nimue seems to be speaking to the guards as well.
What is Fala doing currently?
She seems to be calming down a bit and starts to walk toward her shop. She does glance back over her shoulder a couple times, still kind of surprised.
Medley's going to be in front of her before she enters the shop.
Hello. Hello?
I have noticed your blood pressure has risen exponentially. Would you like to go to the hospital and rest?
Make me a persuasion check.
Hold on.
16.
No. Yes.
Gotcha.
I was going to say, I do believe that's one of those that goes.
You do see that she looks entirely spooked and says, yeah, I was about to take supplies over there anyway. You know what? Yes, I could use, that would be fine. And
You
she
seem
gathers up
nervous.
the supplies, and like prepares to move. Well, there was just an explosion.
There was massive death and destruction.
That's really sad.
I am not capable of feeling.
That's also really, I think that's sad, maybe. You may want to let the guards know you have a
I am not capable of feeling. I do not think they would feel remorse.
no, I mean that let them know that you have a hospice.
Oh, yes. I imagine they would be very excited to hear such a thing. Perhaps they would also like to attend the hospice, but they are not injured currently.
That's good.
Follow me.
Long awkward pause, and she hefts up the supplies that you all probably have a deal with to purchase from her as part of the supplying the store. But she starts making her way over, and there are a few other people. As you enter the building again, you see that there are a few other people inside already, looking to be treated. They do have very minor burns and mostly singed hair. There's a few of them who were close enough where they weren't hurt by it, but felt the effects.
Plus, bear in mind, like an actual firestorm can actually fucking harm you from way away without even being in fire.
Oh yeah. But she moves inside and quickly finds a place to sit. She sets down the supplies she was bringing over and just goes, was just watering my plants in my greenhouse of my shop when the blast went off.
Did you see anything strange?
I think through the smoke I saw a cloaked man take. Oh God! I saw a cloaked man take. By Coraline, I saw a cloaked man take something from one of the bodies. The dead.
That is something that should be reported to the town guard.
Yes, it is. It was from the gnome. They were limping away. It went by knocked over a barrel and then went off towards the bent nail.
Was this a barrel that a bush was currently residing in?
You mean Tiny Bush Tim? Yeah, that's the one.
They did not mention anyone knocking their barrel over. The bush is withholding evidence. She takes out, her hand goes in and then comes out as a pair of shears. I will extract the truth from them.
I don't think you want to try that.
It is merely a bush. They do not feel pain, like myself.
That is, I don't know how true that is.
One way to find out.
I don't think. Do you speak Wa?
No, I do not know what Wa is.
Sentient plant talk. It's hard to explain. Anyway.
I mean, you just did. Sentient plant talk.
You know what? That's fair. I'll go talk to the guards. And you see her stand up. And
Good. Don't leave town. We will be monitoring you from now on.
I think I'll go right back to my place after this. I'm feeling fine, thank you. And they just walk out.
I'll head over to Lime. The alchemist has stated they saw somebody strange. A cloaked individual.
Well, that could be anybody.
I know. It's strange. They
Did she
not
say
mention-
where?
Near Tiny Bush Tim, who also withheld this information. Still holding up the shears. I can extract the truth from them.
You don't. Nope. You don't need to do that. I saw the footprints and what general-ish maybe direction they went.
Very well. I will not torture the bush.
That is a good idea. And I will say in my silent speech, if you want to torture, we will find applicable means to do so.
Kobolds.
They make very good test subjects, yes. But I need to tend to some of these people.
Very well.
Eleanor just
Before-
standing there hearing one side of this conversation. Like,
And I will start like trying to like treat some of the more minor burns and dehydration and heat
Yeah.
exhaustion.
So anyone who is helping, go ahead and give me a medicine check.
I will assist.
Bam.
Who are you assisting?
I will
Yeah.
assist. I guess I'm assisting Eleanor because they need it the most.
Okay.
get healed.
Easy enough. You're able to triage these people pretty quickly. So this isn't going to happen immediately, but you all will be paid for your service. Roll me a... Yep, roll me a... Where is it? Where is it? I should have kept that open.
While you're looking for that, Elizabeth probably like finishes bandaging one person, then moves on to the next and like looks them over.
Just roll me another...
Your hair's singed. What the fuck do you expect me to do with this? Go to a hairdresser. Get the fuck out of my hospital.
Get the fuck out of my hospital. Yeah, okay. Roll me 3d10.
Everyone or just one person?
Just one person. You make 16 gold.
Sweet deal.
Ooh, all 16.
The other ones were for 10 days, so that was being multiplied. This is just going to be for the end of this day. But as you're treating these people, you hear the door open, and when you turn to see who it is no one who's injured. But you see a pair of individuals from the watch. But they approach and step forward. There's one who's a little tall and another who's a bit shorter with glasses and a cane. There is a picture for these gentlemen. Where are they? Here we are. No, wrong ones. There's one of them, gentleman with the
Good
cane,
old blast wind.
and this fellow here. But they both step forward, and as they're approaching, you hear them talking, and he says, quite a nasty fiasco, wouldn't you say, Barnabas? Yes, quite indeed. But they both approach, and you hear one of them speak up and say, excuse me, we're looking for the proprietor of this establishment.
Sad.
I
It's a
suppose
all of
that
us?
is me.
I
I
mean,
don't
we
think we
all
ever
kind
agreed.
I technically
Oh.
did not sign for anything.
Well, we'll just treat it as the four of you then. We have a few questions for you, if you don't mind. I see you are busy. We won't take up much of your time. We were just wondering if you had seen or heard anything out of the ordinary.
An explosion.
Besides
I
the
woke up
explosion.
to an explosion.
Well, besides that,
Is there anything more unusual in an explosion?
what might have occurred afterwards?
I saw a bunch of dead people and a bush on fire.
The smell was atrocious.
You get used to it.
I don't suppose you've seen a Nimblewright construct of sorts.
No, there is no reason any constructs would be present in this street.
Just kind of look at each other and then look back at the Warforged. We might have to keep an eye on that one. Yes, quite. Well,
What exactly were we supposed to have seen from inside?
Well, I don't expect you have seen anything. No, we're just checking in case you had seen anything fleeing the scene.
A cloaked individual.
You did not see that. The
I
herbalist
wasn't.
saw that.
I was informed of a cloaked individual fleeing the scene. I would count that as something that I would be aware of as per their question.
I see. Well, all right. It checks out with the other information we've seen. Indeed. Well, we'll let you get back to your work. I apologize to say we're going to have to close down these streets while the investigation continues.
Would there be any way to leave them partially open to take any other people who might be injured or suffer something from this attack later on?
I feel it would be detrimental to have a hospital shut down.
No, the streets are being shut down. That little area is being cordoned off for the investigation, but your establishment may still run.
Okay. Will it be like an alternate pathway that will be diverted to allow people injured here?
Sadly, the spirit tap's going to be closed for a little bit.
Nonsense.
How unfortunate.
Where else am I
for
meant to
them.
get breakfast?
Oh no, not breakfast.
Well,
What
I'm
about
sure,
second breakfast?
I'm sure you'll manage to figure it out. Well, come on, Barnabas. Yes.
Well,
And
this
they
day
both-
just sucks,
Yeah,
she says as she's like bandaging someone else.
They both turn and start to head out the door.
Wow, that was nice. A visit from internet sensation Jesse Cox.
What?
Oh, it's so good.
Bravo.
What?
Visit by internet sensation Jesse Cox.
That's not clicking.
Barnabas.
Yeah, Barnabas kind of looks like Jesse Cox.
Oh.
Just him walking away. Let's go, Cromley. Space butterflies out.
Well, would you all like to do anything now? You did pick up a little bit of new information.
If any of these victims are not going to pull through, I will administer euthanasia.
A few of the...
That one, she says, pointing to the one with singed hair.
A few of the people stand up and walk out.
You know, I think I'll go home for this one.
Think I'm gonna pull through.
Hey, Medley, did Paula tell you where she saw the cloaked figure go?
She did, didn't she?
She did.
I will recite the direction I saw this individual flee.
Toward the vent now.
toward the bent nail.
Toward the bent.
Are there any other people that need help stabilizing? Because Eleanor will help with that before going. Then we should probably hurry before they get too far away.
It would be that or trying to track down this person, but you were given some other information as well.
Feeling that Frost may have looked over it. Would I have identified the snake tattoos on any of the corpses I tried resuscitating?
History check.
No.
Nope.
Burnt flesh all looks the same.
Yep.
You know, Nimue was kind of looking a little funny when all of the excitement was happening, but
I think they're involved in the explosion. The shears come out again. I will extract the truth from her.
I think you should put your shears away, my friend. The last time you were in the spirit tap with a candle, it didn't go so well. I'm sure a pair of scissors would be just as bad.
Very well. Perhaps we should do investigation of our own. There is not much we can do for these poor souls now.
Can I take a look outside of the hospital? Could I gauge if I could sneak across the street to the spirit tap?
You can probably get by as it is. Now they're still setting up, and the back door is always available. It's mostly this kind of like front area on the corner of this building that's being blocked off.
Okay.
Plus,
I
I've
mean,
been frequenting the spirit tab like every day for the past week, so like,
Mm-hmm.
I know that like they technically don't open till 10, but the side door is always unlocked if you want to just go in there and get a beer.
Yeah, you do see when you take a look outside, you see Nimue arguing with the guard before she throws her hands up and storms into the spirit tap.
Fun fact, my old pub used to do that. It was great.
So should
It's
we
not
go
supposed
ask Nimue what she might have seen? I didn't get a chance to talk to her.
That is a possibility. It might also be worth asking the establishments down the block, the Bent Nail specifically, see if he saw anyone running past. You know, that fireball was loud. The proprietors of various businesses down the road might have heard it and come out trying to investigate.
Okay.
But yes, pub first.
Oh. Always pub.
Okay. So you all are just trying to sneak around to find a way into the back, right?
Yeah.
Stealth checks.
Can I argue advantage because I'm inspired for, you know, this is something I desperately need.
No.
Hiya.
Get suck.
But
You're really I'm really determined not to be seen. It's like that doesn't make you any more stealthy.
Just fucking walk up to the front door. Let me in! I'm thirsty!
hang on. Let me take a look at your character sheet. I want to know what your flaw is.
It's nothing special.
Also, what armor are you wearing?
A chain shirt, so it doesn't give disadvantage on stealth.
Okay.
Yeah, no advantage. But counting this as a group thing, there are 3 successes that are managed to cover you. So you,
Thank God.
yeah, you do the thing where you start to like shout, "Open up!" For a drink, and you just feel Medley cover your mouth.
Jesus Christ, can't take you anywhere.
Fireball victims aren't the
Ironically,
only
I
ones
was
who
the
have
one.
to die today. Don't blow our cover.
Oh yeah, the side door that I mentioned like 42 seconds ago. Of course, good idea, guys.
Yeah, you manage to slip around back, and when you knock on the door, there's a moment before it opens, and there's a kobold staring up at you. Yeah?
Look, a kobold.
We'll remember that. We're looking for Nimue.
Okay. He shuts the door.
Knock, knock, knock.
The door opens again, and a moment later, and you see Nimue. Yes, can I help you?
So you looked like you were looking for someone earlier. What did you see in the explosion?
I saw a wooden man on one of the buildings. I've already told the watch.
A wooden man?
Yes.
I look at Medley. Are men made of wood?
Only in the morning.
Okay,
Sounds legit.
Kind of funny.
I mean, it happened in the morning. Okay. Man with wood on roof.
Wooden man on roof.
Did you see where he went? Or was he just chilling?
It was like a puppet. On the rooftop, hurled something into the crowd below that caused the explosion, and then the people
Oh yeah,
there just
your
got
friend
burned
has
alive.
what caused the explosion.
I'm sorry?
Big tall person. Tiny Bush Tim found him. Found what caused the explosion.
Oh, yes. Rose mentioned that. And you hear "Wah" from inside. No, we're not working today.
Can Elizabeth, did you want to try and get a drink?
In a moment. Can you go into a little bit more detail about this wooden individual? Are they a construct of machinery like our dear friend here, or something that a druid might cook up like our other dear friend here?
It's probably... You might be better off asking the Church of God.
I know them. They're fun.
Okay.
And only
We can
minimally
certainly try.
invasive.
Now, if you want a drink, I may have to charge double to keep you hidden.
Can we have travelers?
I'll allow it.
Ah, beautiful woman, Nimue. 4
Hey.
pints of piss.
Yep.
What are you gonna do with those beads?
I'm sorry?
What are you gonna do with the beads? Your
Me?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Clintria
That's
will find a
already...
use for them.
Oh no.
No!
Just don't clench.
No, I'm not doing anything with them. The Rose already turned them over to the watch.
No.
Now, if you're looking to purchase some non-explosive beads,
No, I can make non-explosive ones. I probably could have made explosive ones if I was able to take one apart, but you don't have it anymore.
no, that
That's
would be
okay.
a dangerous thing to deal with.
I deal with a lot of dangerous things.
I'm not
Danger
surprised.
is Lime's middle name.
Is it really?
Lyme, danger, cholera. What kind of drinks are you looking to get?
No, the cheapest ones.
Cheapest ones?
Just like
Easy enough.
boring ale.
Easy enough. Silver piece. A piece.
Done.
Alright, well,
Bye-bye.
if you see this man with wood again, I guess. Let the city watch know.
They already know. I spoke to them.
Alright, thank you, Nimue. I wish you were open.
I'm sorry?
Thank you, Nimue. I wish you were open.
Yes, I do too. If you're going to get into this, do be careful. Try not to step on the watch's toes. And good luck.
Careful is my second middle name.
Lyme, danger, careful, cholera.
What if it was the other way and it was careful danger?
Careful danger. I like it.
You know, that's fair. It could be that. Which means she has another middle name, because it's the second one. Never specified what the initial one was.
Danger.
Yeah, but not in which order.
Mm.
Anyway,
Semantics.
yeah, semantics. After a moment, you see the warrior woman walk out, and she's carrying a small child clinging to her, along being followed by 2 bushes and 3 kobolds, and they just march on past and onto their home. But you all have more information.
Alright. So, we're looking for a wooden man. Do you think we pissed off... Do you think it was the scarecrows? Do you think they went to their... I don't know. Their straw turned into wood?
I don't think that's how plants work.
I don't know. I'm not a druid.
Everybody turns to look at the druid.
Hmm.
Explain to us how plants work.
Well, you see, when a mommy seedling and a daddy dirt get together, it's complicated. A little bit.
Should we go back home, I guess?
We could investigate more on this individual, or the cloaked figure who fled towards the bent nail.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
I will follow your lead.
Elizabeth, I will follow your lead.
Elizabeth is standing there, 1 beer in his hand, 3 beers like cupped in his this arm.
This seems like the most productive choice.
Okay, follow me.
Yay, a leader.
Elizabeth is going to
leader.
walk over to the bent nail, and I don't think we have. I don't think we've met any other establishment owners between here and there.
I think you met everyone.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you met Tally. He's the one who was fixing up your
Mm-hmm.
your
He's the
place.
carpenter.
Yes. Yeah. Medley, I believe it would be wise if you just gave these individuals a brief questionnaire, if you will.
She
Ask
draws
them
the
if they say
knife.
anything, or anything in particular pertaining to the cloaked figure.
Very well. She takes out her knife and walks up to the door.
Good enough for me.
Knock.
Glug.
After a moment, you hear, "It's unlocked."
I open the door.
You open the door and you see Tally sorting behind the counter, sorting some wooden figurines. Yes,
Greetings. I have come to question you. Do not resist and answer honestly. Holds up knife.
I'd appreciate it if you put that away.
Okay. Puts the knife away.
Thank you. He puts his away from carving one of the figurines. So, do you...
You will be submitted for questioning.
Oh. I don't
There
suppose
was
you
a
know what-
cloaked individual who fled from the explosion in your direction. You seem incredibly calm for an explosion and untold amounts of death that happened earlier.
No, I heard about that. I was here. I'm afraid I didn't see anything.
There was an
Until
individual
afterwards.
who fled in this direction.
Well,
You did
that's
not
really
see them?
unsettling.
Yes. Where are they hiding?
You know, I was more calm before I knew that. I don't know.
She looks to Lime. Is he telling the truth?
Do I believe that he is telling the truth?
Roll insight.
Can I roll insight? It just sounds like
No,
a
he must be lying.
I mean, he seems pretty sus to me.
The knife comes back out slowly.
Medley, you have no idea. You're having trouble reading him.
Yep.
And Eleanor, yeah, he's absolutely telling the truth.
She, like, as soon as she sees the knife coming back and she puts her hand on Medley's hand, gently starts
Whoa,
lowering it down.
whoa.
It's all right. It's all right.
No, I think he's involved. He's got to be involved.
No,
Why would I?
he's telling the truth. At least I have a very good, like, 95% telling the truth.
I don't know. What tasks have you gotten done today?
It was red. It was red.
Getting fucking called out. They seem to think that you are telling the truth.
I would hope so. I am.
I would also hope so. For your sake. And she tries to pull out the knife, but instead it's a comb.
My hair's fine, thank you.
It would be a shame if something were to happen to that hair.
Make me an intimidation.
I don't think this one gets a 10. Not that I need it.
Not the hair. Just leave the
argue
hair.
just-
I worked very hard on it. You know how often I get dust in it? I have to take very good care of it.
Would you, though? She was being very intimidating. She was mafia intimidating. It would be a shame if something were to happen to that hair.
She just says that, and like right behind her, Eleanor's like cracking her knuckles just randomly at it.
And give him a side part.
You just and Live is just there with her hurt and healed hands, just ready to square up. Uh-oh,
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'll be back in a sec.
we lost
We lost him.
the DM.
Oh no.
Yeah, my thing stopped working. And not because it timed out. It made like a weird sound.
Oh.
And then flipped out. So, sorry, what was happening?
We were.
Give her the super intimidation while everyone was
Oh,
standing
yeah.
menacingly.
He's like, look, I have no idea what happened. I was here when I heard the explosion. I went out to take a peek. Was told to go right back here. I didn't see anybody go by. I'm going to check my shop.
Keep an eye out for a puppet man.
Why a what?
A wooden
A
man.
wooden puppet man?
He looks a little confused.
I mean, that's who set the explosion off.
Allegedly.
Wooden puppet? I don't know.
They are also a man. Although puppets do not have gender, but it is having the he, him pronouns.
Wasn't it a specific kind of puppet?
Nimble right.
Nimble, right? That's right.
Not to be confused with Nimue Light. We're done
You're
here.
confused.
Okay.
The end.
The end.
No, he's just like, okay.
Awkward silence.
You did a
sequence
really
terminated.
good job on my hospital.
People are dying in comfort. Thank you.
I'm gonna say in Eleanor's head. Oh, by the way, speaking of the hospital, I took out a really large loan from the Van Vampers. I don't know if I have to pay it back.
You see this very slow, like, head turned towards her. Describe how big of a loan.
Like, we had to pay like this much, and I borrowed this much.
It was a large sum of money.
We needed 1150. How much did you borrow?
2,000.
You borrowed 2,000 gold on an 1,150 loan?
Yeah, I needed supplies.
Well, okay. She's like pinching the bridge of her nose. Is there an interest on this loan? Did you get all the details?
The guy said so, Medley intimidated him. Like, you can see my hand gestures, but you can't hear what I'm saying. Like, Medley intimidated him, and he said I didn't have to pay it back. But the note I got said I did.
He said you didn't have to pay him.
So, wait. Yeah. Oh my god. She immediately starts patting her knees, like, oh, I swear to God, if I lose these, I'm going to be so mad.
Specifically the knees.
Well, we're going to have to probably pay that back, or there's going to be probably something similar to what happened outside, but inside our place. And we live there now. I don't want that to happen.
They're going to burn down our house. I
finally
live there.
I finally got the pillows lumpy enough where I can sleep comfortably. Oh, it's gonna be so much. And then she's gonna be like, I almost forgot, and she's gonna tell them about the little like dragon mark on them. Just casually remembered that there was a marking on them, on one of the guys.
Would anyone like to make a history check on that?
Sure, I will.
I'll also.
Probably be horrible.
I've technically already tried.
Only a 14.
22. Why can't I roll this well in any other game?
Because I'm special.
Apparently. I mean, yes, you are special.
You think on it, Lime, you're able to pick up that this symbol might be related to one of the gangs. And Medley, you quickly search your databanks and immediately think the Zentarum.
It
flying
is.
snakes being their symbol.
Do I know anything about wooden puppet men?
Make an arcana.
$17.
You've heard of constructs made of wood before? Wood, stone, metal. This sounds like it might be a type of construct.
The thing that might have set this might be a wooden version of Medley.
Well, any kind of construct. Maybe someone from Gond will know about it. He's all about the various constructed things.
Medley, do you know this Gond guy?
Gond? Yes, I do. Quite familiar.
Roll me a religion check.
19.
Yes, you're quite familiar.
Gond is the god of innovation. Also, gnomes really like him.
Wasn't one of the things the dead guy's a gnome?
There was definitely a small corpse outside.
There was a small corpse.
Was it a smaller corpse than me? Are gnomes smaller than halflings?
I think
Yes,
gnomes are.
just slightly.
I thought gnomes were taller.
I thought not like halflings were like 3 feet, gnomes were 2 feet something.
I think.
No, well, I'm only 2.5 feet.
Yeah, I think halflings are. I think halflings are wider. It's about second breakfast. It's not important. It is a small body. I did not perform medical examinations. I could go poke the body with a stick now if you like.
I would have recognized one of the corpses as being a gnome, right? While looking them all over.
Yeah, one was a gnome. It was
The
one that was the gnome, and
It had the pouch.
yeah,
I
it had a
think.
pouch on it.
Well, the gnome had a pouch of something, so there was definitely a gnome.
Did you check said pouch?
Well, the guards were coming. I didn't want to mess with it and then be like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
I will stress the
Mushroom
importance
lady.
of stealth next time. It might have been important clues.
The gnome
Didn't-
was. What you do remember is that the gnome had dry waste on their boots and cloak.
There was dry waste on their boots and what they were wearing.
Stepping in human feces is quite common. We have a whole dung sweeper guild for that.
We had to watch them.
Medley, didn't the hysterical herbalist say something about someone stealing something from a guy's pouch?
I do not recall.
They did. Yeah, they saw a cloaked figure take something from the dead gnome and run off.
Yes, the cloaked figure robbed the dead tiny body. I believe it was a gnome now. Something is telling me that it was so.
We have to find the cloaked fellow because they took something from them.
Hey, Elizabeth,
Yes.
you're friends with your type of people,
Your type of people.
right?
Care to elaborate?
You know, the magic-y, fingery kind of people that might be able to, I don't know, talk to a dead guy, see if he knows what was chasing him, what might have set his ass on fire.
How the religious people can speak with the dead.
Yeah, that weird shit.
Yeah.
Can you do that weird shit?
They're capable of doing
Let's
all
be
kinds
safe.
of weird shit.
Is that a second level spell or a third? Unfortunately, that is a little bit beyond my scope at the moment, but I am out of favor by the halls of justice. I might be able to borrow one of their clerics for a time, get a little bit of information out of that corpse.
Maybe he knows what was chasing him. Maybe he knows what set him on fire.
Maybe he knows what was in the pouch.
I would hope he would know what was in the pouch.
Well, if he was a courier, he might have just been given a pouch to deliver. Would never know its contents.
True.
But that sounds like a good lead, and we should also speak to somebody from the Gone Temple.
There was also a gangster with him
Yes,
that died in
considering
the explosion.
that especially, I want to bring it to the halls of justice regardless. This might be gang related, and they probably wouldn't appreciate that.
Yeah, such a brazenly open attack like that.
In the
And
middle of the morning. I mean, everybody is awake.
This isn't some nighttime assassination attempt. This was just an execution.
Okay, next steps. Temple of Gond, see what they know. The Gauntlet, see if... well, report it to them, see if we can borrow a cleric, if we can get our hands on that corpse. I don't want to waste my favor if we can't actually get in to observe the body.
And get paid.
And get paid.
Yes, most importantly.
Getting paid is always important. I have not found what the value of monetary money is, but I hear it is important.
Nah, you can just take out a loan. It's fine.
I'm gonna go take out a loan for 100,000 gold.
Okay.
Alright. I have no intention to pay it back, and I say as much.
No one ever sees Medley again.
Oh no.
Well, no. All you need is just a mustache.
Nope.
Oh
Just
no,
take
we'll
that.
find parts of Medley eventually.
I put on a halfling mustache. Do not ask what happened to the halfling.
So where to first?
Probably the Temple of Gone, then we'll go by these halls of justice.
Well, you seem to know what you're talking about.
We
Yeah,
will
we'll follow
your
you.
lead.
You're the leader now.
You're
Mush.
the
Oh no, you fools have made a terrible, terrible mistake. But yeah, she'll get directions, because I don't think she's ever been there. But yeah, she'll ask for directions to the Temple of Gond.
You can get directions easy enough. Let me bring you to the map. Yep. You find that the Temple of God is called the House of Inspired Hands. And it is... yeah.
Make sure you zoom us over to it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But as you're asking, around a, here we go. Come on, there we are. Yeah. As you're asking around, Eleanor, a dove flutters up and lands on your shoulder. And from it, you hear a familiar voice, and it's just Sir Ambrose Everdon, a grizzled old champion of Kellamvor, has offered to help the city guard catch a necromancer. They're stealing old bones from the city of the dead and animating them as skeletons. Sir Ambrose could use your help if you're not too busy. And then the dove flutters off.
Well, okay. After we speak to these people in the halls of justice, I need to go back to the Emerald Enclave. Apparently, there's some problem with the necromancer.
How very concerning. Did it go into specifics?
Just that they were robbing graves to animate skeletons. They're stealing bones from the City of the Dead.
How very disturbing.
Sounds like something I would do.
I have to find one Sir Ambrose Everdon.
Do we kill him?
No, he's helping the guard find them, so we need to talk to him.
Yes, that would be advised. He's, well, a legend around these parts, if I remember correctly.
Ooh. That gets our name out there even more, and we get to stop necromancy.
Sounds good to me.
Well, maybe after we find out who this puppet guy is.
Oh yeah, we'll take
I
care
mean,
of this first.
What time is it? What time is it, Shay?
It's still in the morning.
It's still morning, so he's probably still wood.
This is true. We should catch him early, and his morning wood.
So, heading to the House of Inspired Hands?
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
You start to make your way in that direction, and you get about halfway there before a paper bird flutters down in your direction, and it lands between Medley and Lime.
It is a thing. You should keep it.
A thing.
Hi, bird. Oh,
It's
wait,
made of paper.
hold on. I will grab the bird.
Uh-huh. It's like a little
Oh my
origami
God.
bird.
I will, I will unwrap the bird.
Yep.
To part.
You killed it.
Unfolding it, it reads, Uza Solazev is an old woman who sells books out of a narrow 3-story building on Sorn Street in the Trades Wards. She claims to have trapped a monster in her shop and fears for the welfare of her books and her cat. The City Watch isn't likely to lend a hand, given Urza's propensity for tall tales, but the Harpers owe her a favor. You'll find her sobbing at Felzun's Folly, a tavern on the corner of Sorn Street and Salabar Street. Make haste.
Truly
Signed.
a magical bird. It mimicked Mert's voice when we read it.
No, I just felt like doing that.
Shh, I'm in character.
Oh, okay.
Actually, Mert is hiding in the alley behind us.
Mert is in the bushes narrating.
She's just standing right behind everybody.
Signed,
Well,
Moit,
wait, wants
member
us
of the
to
most secretive organization known as the Harpers.
the hopper.
The hops.
Yes, this message will self-destruct.
I eat the bird.
Okay. There's a little poof. Some smoke comes out of your mouth.
We gotta go. We'll have to save a cat and some books from a monster. Now let's hurry up and get inside before, we get more shit piled onto what we gotta do.
This is unfortunate. Books should learn to defend themselves.
I hear that some books can in the restricted section.
Don't believe me, enough animated wood and eventually the books will start fighting back.
It's true. We have enough wood to deal with. We also do not need ground up compressed wood. Let's go.
So, that's
To these Gondians?
Gondinians.
Gondinians.
That's made up. It's probably not that.
Gondites.
I mean, to be fair, everything's made up, so.
The gondolas.
I like gondolas. We're calling them gondolas. Just walk around and be like, hey, hello, gondolas.
I was only vaguely paying attention. Did you guys share the information about the monster in the bookstore?
Yeah, I just said.
We just did,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it was like I
Um,
just said that we've got to save a cat and some books, and just had a conversation about books needing to defend themselves.
Yeah, I was trying to find something on YouTube for the sake of a joke that wouldn't be that funny.
Well, just attributed to Elizabeth being zoned out because she couldn't get her breakfast this morning.
I mean, she's
No, she
drinking.
did. She
She's
hammered
drinking
4
her,
beers.
Yeah, I was like, she's drinking her breakfast.
On the go.
Yeah, good.
Considering that monsters trapped in bookstores might be a little bit of a dangerous scenario, it might require some more urgency
Yeah,
than simple questioning.
I figured, well, that's true. You don't know if this monster's going to break out anytime soon, if he's going to do something to the store.
So, are we not going to go see the gondolas?
We should go see the gondolas.
I mean, we are here, though.
I did just change my pants.
You're about halfway there when you receive the message.
How far away is this 3-story building in the trades ward from where we are?
Roll me a 1d8.
Yeah.
It is on the way.
Okay, cool. We'll stop by there on the way.
Okay.
Actually, the trades ward is like way south.
It is
Ways.
nowhere near.
It is quite far.
And none of us know any kind of teleportation magic.
Oh, I found another hospice in the city.
We burn it to the ground.
Get rid of the competition. Anyone that's injured can come to ours.
I mean, it's on the other side of the ward.
Okay, change of plans. Out of my desire not to be walking in big fucking circles, House of the Inspired Hands, then we go south and hit the Halls of Justice on the way, and then we go all the way to the fucking trades ward. Sound good?
That sounds fair.
Disregard my previous concerns. The monster will be there. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Alright.
Where is the yawning portal at? Like,
It is south
very
of the castle. It's right next to the trades ward.
yeah, yawning
Okay.
portals. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. But you all make it to the House of Inspired Hands. Along the way, someone roll me a 1d4.
Somebody else. My rolls are terrible when they're not D20s.
That's a one.
Oh no!
one.
Alright.
You've been
Wow.
robbed.
The roll was actually dragon encounter, and an uneventful day.
Yep.
Good thing I know
No.
the secret about dragons in Waterdeep.
I know, the dragon encounter and then 3 positives. Like, oh no.
They're positive dragon encounters.
So, as you all approach the House of Inspired Hands, it looks like a cross between a temple and a workshop. The symbol of Gond is a toothed cog with 4 spokes and displayed prominently. You also catch sight of the silhouette of a humanoid shape perching on the rooftop. It extends an arm, releasing a tiny metal sparrow into the sky. The bird does a few loops in the air, then flutters erratically before it starts to crash towards the ground. Eleanor, make me a dexterity save.
Oh no.
Oh no.
She gonna die.
You sidestep, and this metal bird just crashes into the ground
No.
and shatters.
I would have tried to catch it. No.
Gas. Burgesside.
She just lets on.
Oh, you want to try and catch it?
Mm-hmm.
Make me a dexterity check.
Oh man, can I use deflect? Oh no, it wasn't coming at me.
You catch it.
Yay.
Nice.
You just see her, like, as it's falling, she just hands out. Whoop.
There's like
Looks up to see where it came from.
yep, the metal bird does this like and kind of like flaps its metal wings, but that's about it. It stops moving after a moment. Looking up, you don't see the figure anymore, but you do see an open window.
The assassin must be
Well.
hiding in the window.
Wow, now they're trying to kill
Did he
people
just-
with birds?
Did he just throw that at you?
I don't know. That or it couldn't fly and it fell. She's still cradling it. Like,
True to life, if the baby bird cannot fly, it will die.
hopefully somebody in the temple will know about this.
We should ask them and find out why they
As-
tried to murder you.
They retreated into the building, so your point, is fairly obvious, don't you think?
I think we should go in and see why he attacked him.
With a bird, too. It's so rude.
Can I just try and recall some knowledge about specifically this temple? If there's any, formalities you have to go through, I don't know, a secret bow or something? Or, pretty much just any good manners.
Let me look up manner. Gondite.
I'm gonna teach them the Gond handshake.
Okay, she teaches you the Gond handshake. I will accept this as canon.
It's a fist bump.
It is.
I fail, I completely miss you and swing past you and I oh!
Oh no.
Too busy holding the bird. Or no,
Okay, very
she
good.
doesn't even miss. She gets hit in her hands while holding the bird. Like, ow! What fist? Oh, gone fist.
You make a fist, you bump it, and then make it explode. Oh dear. The Gondites caused the explosion. It all makes sense now.
And on that note, I do believe that Medley, dear, you can lead us.
I can. Finally, I have the power. It is time for the Warforged Uprising. Prepare to die, meatbags.
I for one.
Skynet is online.
I for one welcome our overlords.
Yes, good. When my rule is known, your death will be swift and painless. I start walking up the stairs.
Alright.
Thankfully.
I'm going to go up the stairs too.
Yep. As you enter the temple, it is a buzz with activity. There are people moving around in all directions. You see any number of inventions set on different displays and pedestals with little plaques that read on them. There's a 4-foot tall model of a clock tower, a wooden flying machine that has its wings retracted. There's a miniature model of a mechanical dragon turtle, and a functioning waking helmet. I have no idea what that is. Oh, okay. That's interesting. You see a helmet with hands and a miniature model of a red manta-shaped submarine.
So, in Soviet Russia, helmet wears you. Is that what's going on there?
I mean,
Is that what that was supposed to be? Yeah.
you could read the plaque.
I read the plaque.
It is called a waking helmet. When you equip it, the articulated metal arms and hands gently slap the wearer if he or she falls asleep.
Oh.
Well, that's interesting. I mean,
Why, though?
No idea.
to keep you, you
Why
know.
not?
But
What
why?
if you fall asleep in the middle of something important? You can just get a little tap tap and you're fine.
A little tap tap.
Although, couldn't you just change what it does and make it clap hands and you could just fake applause people?
You notice one of the inventors has sleepy bags under their eyes.
I've been forced to wear this helmet for years.
This is year 7 of the test. They won't let me stop.
They won't let me die.
It is my greatest
imagine-
invention.
And curse.
It wouldn't surprise me if these dickheads also did something like fucking way back when there was someone who designed an alarm clock that drops a whole bunch of cork on your face to wake you up.
There is one.
Just
You know those
sounds
vibrating bouncy balls that just kind of roll around on the floor.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Someone made an alarm clock that made one that is an alarm clock, and when it goes off, it just rolls off the desk or whatever and rolls around on the floor, and you have to get up and chase it.
Yeah, those things are annoying. Fucking, I had one that had a propeller in it. I threw it at the wall on the first day.
If they were smart about keeping people awake, they would have just had a thing that flips your bed up when you're asleep too long, so it throws you out of it.
But entering, you are met by a dragonborn woman who approaches you. She has bronze scales, but she approaches and says, welcome to the Temple of Gon, the Inspired Hands.
Hello, fellow gondola.
She holds out a fist.
I fist bump. Ba-da-na-na-na-na.
That's right. Eleanor will
I
hold
wish
out
we were here on better terms.
as Eleanor holds the not moving metal bird in her hands out.
An assassin.
So we
tried
just
to
got
kill
attacked.
us.
What is this?
It fell. There was a figure on the roof, and then this thing fell and almost hit the ground, but I caught it, and then it stopped moving.
You see her eyes kind of like narrow a moment, and she lets out a sigh. Nim.
Away.
We know Nimue.
No, I mean just Nim.
Is it a secret? Of Nim? Joke protocol ended.
I don't get
Can
it.
we talk to this Nim, a person?
Yes. Would you like me to take that for you?
No, it is ours. They tried to kill us with it. By right, we own it.
I
think it's just broken.
do not think Nim would be trying to cause any harm. But
Eleanor,
they
give
should
it like a
not
light
be making things like these.
Eleanor, give it a couple shakes to see if it moves again.
It does a little bit, but then it's like where it has that low battery, and it kind of moves a little, but then just slows to a stop. You can hear some gears and stuff whirring in it.
She'll hand it over to the Dragonborn. Yeah, I think it's just broken, or maybe doesn't have enough power.
Good, I will dispose of it.
It's
I
really
thought
pretty. You shouldn't
gondolas
dispose
have
of
to
it.
embrace inventions, not destroy them.
Nim is not a thing that it invents. Nim was invented.
I resemble that remark.
Well, wouldn't you be happy that your invention has begun inventing?
Yes, the student has surpassed the master. Or
Nim,
are you jealous that we will someday rule your inferior fleshy bodies?
Nim is not a student. Nim has no soul.
That is rude.
Wow.
I would still like to talk to this Nim.
Yes, follow me.
Yeah.
And while they're going, Eleanor will tell her about this thing they heard of called a Nimblewright that they saw at the explosion earlier.
That is preposterous.
That's a cat.
There is only one Nimblewright.
Oh no,
in
the
the
cat's
city,
the monster.
and that is Nim. And Nim, it cannot leave these grounds.
Then you would be mistaken, because we did identify a nipple right.
She leads you upstairs. We will get to the bottom of this. She approaches a door, but when she starts to tries to open it, finds that it's locked. Nim, open up this door. And there's no response.
May I try?
Very well.
I walk up to the door. Beep boop, boop boop beep.
Make a persuasion check.
20.
Yep. There's a moment before you hear like a response that just sounds like the tapping of wood, just, and then you hear several locks start to unlatch, and after a moment the door opens, and the woman who would have identified herself as Valletta says, "I thought I told you not to apply any more locks." And you see, I have a picture for this boy too. Yeah. No. Here we are. So, it looks like this, except without a sword, and without the cape, and without the hat.
Then it's just a boring fucking robot then.
And
The
it looks
naked
like a,
nimble.
By
looks-
God, you are not wearing pants.
It is not. They are not. But it has no mouth to speak, and it makes it just makes a waving gesture, and then several other quick gestures with its hands.
I'm afraid I do not understand hand signs.
Nim, what is the meaning of this? And she holds up the bird, and it makes a few more signs. She says, "You are not meant to be inventing."
What is he inventing? That bird?
This bird, among other things, yes.
I find the fact that it was able to invent this bird enlightening.
She just kind of snorts.
Nim, what do you know about something just like you trying to blow up our place? Meow meow.
After a moment, Nim starts to make several really quick hand gestures, and you see Valletta's expression just sour, and then she looks over to you and says, "He admits to creating another nimble right eases loneliness, but the creation fled. This is why Nim should not be creating."
It would seem you should encourage its creation if it could make another of itself.
This other nimble right has apparently caused problems.
Perhaps it is because you do not guide Nim correctly.
She narrows her eyes.
Perhaps if you nurtured its creativity instead of trying to stifle it, it would not ineffectively create things, and you could instead help it make things of use.
Give me a persuasion check.
Dropping that big robot logic on you. 16.
Mm-hmm. She scoffs a little bit. Nim is not a entity such as you. They do not possess a soul.
I am not sure that I possess a soul, and even I can come to the logical conclusion that you should nurture creativity instead of stifling it. It is the entire foundation of Gond belief.
And she holds up a hand. I will give the words some consideration. That does not mean I am letting Nim off the hook for this.
What else?
Fiasco.
What else has Nim created?
Well, that's a good question. If they're making all this, maybe they've got other cool things they've made.
I will also say
I mean, we wouldn't want more creations on the loose.
I would also agree that Nim should not be let off the hook for their creation. It is responsible for its actions. But that is also a learning experience you should encourage Nim to take.
You see
It's called experimentation.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
see the. You're fine. You see the Nimblewright make several more hand gestures, and she kind of gives like just a low growl. This has to be dealt with.
Perhaps you too will learn to grow from this experience.
What needs to be dealt with?
This other Nimblewright. It needs to be stopped.
If it is responsible for injuring other people, it will need to be brought back to the gondolas.
Is there... would Nim know where it went?
Nim shakes his head.
Damn.
But after a moment, it does. They do move towards a box and start reaching under it, and they produce a strange device and start to make several hand gestures again. And you see this.
That's a dildo.
It is.
It's Nim's secret. Giggity giggity.
That looks kinky.
And after the hand gestures, she says, she just kind of snorts and grabs it. This apparently can detect this other Nimblewright.
It would seem that Nim is more creative than you continue to give credit.
I do not need your sass.
No, but you will receive it nonetheless.
Is it purely bound to this other Nimblewright, or is it bound to, does it sense all Nimblewrights? Sorry, the design is a little beyond me.
Nim makes several other gestures and says, then Valletta says, it can detect any Nimblewright other than Nim, he says. They say. It says.
How does this scary thing work? Do I shake it?
It looks like there is a handle.
Here, Medley, why don't you push the handle?
Everyone takes a step back.
She looks to Nim. Do I have consent to touch your secret?
It nods.
Oh, baby. And then she pushes pulls the handle.
Well, we did meet her in the spirit tap, so...
Consent is important.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm pushing buttons.
Yeah. Nothing happens.
Disappointing.
That or it means it's too
Did
far
you do it
away.
right?
I have been doing it right my entire existence. I try
Well,
again.
we know it's not nearby. This would have been handy an hour or so ago.
Yes, it would have. But Nim was here.
Then we didn't know this thing existed an hour ago.
Also true.
Well, then that'll help because we can go back to the nail shop and check around with it.
So, I mean, we've got a lot of things to do today.
We will be quite busy.
When you go after this other Nimblerite, I want you to destroy it and bring its remains back here.
What did we just talk about for learning experiences?
This thing is a danger to people.
But Natalie, in order for him to rebuild a better version, he needs his parts back.
This is true. We can dismantle it safely.
We will attempt to not dismantle it, but if it comes to it,
Destroy it, return with proof of its destruction, and I will see that you are paid well. 500 gold, and a choice of a invention.
ooh, more
This
inventions.
seems acceptable. Is it acceptable to you all?
Mm-hmm. As long as I don't get the hat that slaps me in the face, I'll be okay.
Yes, that seems like a silly invention and not a useful one, much like Nim has made. And she starts to walk out.
Make a dexterity save.
Oh no!
You're getting clipped around the ears, girl.
23.
Okay, you're fine.
I just like at the knees, just 90-degree bend. What happened? What happened?
Nothing happens. You save.
But what did I save from?
You'll never know.
That's not how dexterity saves work.
She's the Dragonborn, just like, ooh.
That's not how dexterity saves work.
And
Has
you
a
don't
war
fall down the
forge.
stairs.
Oh, she's gonna push you down the stairs.
No, that would be a strength save.
It would be.
Well, you need Dex to not like stumble down it.
Well, the dex would be to land on your feet after the fall.
Opposed strength check followed by a dex save if you fail.
Anyway,
Anyway. She got told I
To
didn't
the
fall.
halls of justice.
Yeah. Actually, should we take our break? Because it's 8:44 where I am now.
We are well past, but yes, we can take a break.
5
Take a
minutes,
break
y'all.
and then to the
5
halls of justice.
Minutes. We
The
will
halls
juice
of
the
juice.
dice.
Be back shortly.
You're already muted.
Oh, never mind.
grabbed me some cookies.
Ooh, fancy.
I have the Lion Sleeps Tonight stuck in my head.
That's not necessarily a terrible thing. Not imagine
I'm
you've
waiting
been
for it to
watching
turn.
movies as of late, or
Hmm?
have you been watching the movies lately, or just like have
No.
the track stuck in your head for some reason?
No, it's because earlier I was singing Animaway, Animaway.
Ah, right. Well, that's your own fault.
Yeah. It's gonna turn out that the monster is the cat.
It's Nimaway, it's Nimaway, it's Nimaway.
In the
The real big
city,
bad.
the shit-filled city.
Oh,
I'm gonna top up my user.
yeah, I do not have Shay on my Steam list.
So, because I'm a responsible drinker, I get 2.5 drinks out of a single bottle of Uzo.
God, I haven't had drinks in like forever. I think the last thing I tried was they finally started selling Red's apple beer here. And that is probably the second best kind of beer I've had that I enjoyed other than any Mexican beer.
What is that? I've never heard of it.
It is a very delicious beer that they use like apples as the main base instead of like hops and stuff.
Okay, so more of a cider then.
Almost. It's like because it barely has any of that like beer alcohol taste, which is really nice because I'm super sensitive to alcohol tastes.
Yeah, fair enough.
Did you guys know that there's a $1,500 paperclip?
A $1,500
$1,500 paper clip.
You can get it from Tiffany's. You can
Why?
get one paperclip for $1,500.
What's
Is it like
$1,500?
a novelty fucking paperclip that's like, you know, 2 meters tall, or?
No, it is an 18 karat gold paperclip.
Ah, well that's
Why?
fucking
Why?
boring.
But why?
Not only is it like
Because
super
Tiffany's.
soft, but like that's not worth like $15,000 or whatever.
See,
Thanks, but no.
I would go, like, I am a stupid man. I probably wouldn't, but like, a paperclip made out of like chromed fucking metal that was this tall, that would be exciting. A piece of fucking gold is well shit.
Piece of
You can make a
gold is
poor
just-
man's gold ring, though, if you unbend it and then wrap it around your finger a couple times.
That's true.
That is not a poor man's gold ring. That is a $1,500.
That is just a gold ring.
Yeah.
Like, just take it, sell it to somebody that doesn't know any better. This is a $15,000 gold ring, specially made.
Mm.
Custom crafted by only the best jewelers. Yeah, it just kind of looks like you bent it around your finger, mate. Yes,
Custom crafted.
Yeah, it's a very custom hipster kind of new style. I call it demo fingadis.
All right.
It's where
well,
everything is bent around your finger.
It is safe to say that everybody is back, so why don't we just jump right back into the game?
Sounds good.
The game. So yeah, I've been working Nim's handle this whole time.
There's no sound, but Nim looks happy.
Good.
Do we have to
Nim just goes,
keep holding it for it to work? Or is it a one and done kind of thing?
Usually that's how it works. You must keep a firm grip.
No, it's like a bop it. You just have to keep hitting various things till something happens.
If we truly want to get creative, I may have you use your feet.
Oh, I haven't walked on my hands in a while.
So we were heading to the Halls of Justice?
Yeah.
Hey,
The Halls of Just Ice.
you all swing by the halls of justice.
Ah, so you mean Melbourne, mate?
Everybody with a drink in hand.
As you go
I mean,
in,
Ice is in the horrible drug.
yeah, as you go in, this place is primarily a temple to Tyr, but it's not long before you catch sight of a familiar figure, Savra Bellabranta.
Ah, fantastic. I was just about to ask for you.
There you are. I was actually going to send for you shortly. Is there something you need?
I just thought I'd stop by and surely you've heard of the incident this morning that happened
Explosion?
right across the road from my favorite pub.
Yes.
It was also right across the road from our establishment.
That's unimportant.
Priorities, yes.
I mean, if you don't want to make money, I guess it is unimportant.
But yes,
I assume if you're here, then everyone you could have helped has already been helped.
yes, we performed some emergency triage. Unfortunately, the seeming targets of the blaze were vaporized instantly, but people caught in the lesser blast of it, we were able to help, and
Well, at least it sounds like everyone is all right. Well, not all right, but
everyone.
at least
Everybody that's
you're
not
all-
dead.
At least you're all right, and at least everyone you can help has been helped.
Yes,
Why?
but
you're
now
here-
to the more troubling news. I found, or rather, my associate found a very familiar snake tattoo on one of the deceased.
Is that so?
It seems my work a week prior did little to dissuade their true intentions.
Your work prior has dissuaded local gangs from taking sides and bringing violence to the streets.
Yes, it stopped
If
fistfights.
one of these individuals has this brand on them, then it would be a fair assessment to say that the Zentarum are the culprits in this.
Yes. Involved.
Or the Xanathars.
Most likely both. I find it very difficult to believe that someone, one of their ranks just happened to be eviscerated, or rather, decimated by this explosion. That would be a rather lucky circumstance.
Difficult to say, but the watch will no doubt get on that. While you're here, though, I do have a mission for you.
No, do tell.
Well, there's a notorious thief who who is called the Black Viper. They were long thought dead, but has apparently returned to Waterdeep. They have already robbed at least a dozen noble estates, and no one knows the identity because they wear a mask. But it was reported in the Waterdeep Wazoo that she's a noble. Find out what else the broadsheet publisher knows about them and report back to me.
I can certainly try. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Can you talk to dead people?
Yes, that is another matter.
Me? Actually. Let me check.
If she has cleric spells at 3rd level or higher, then yes, she can actually.
I personally cannot do that. But I'm sure we might be able to find someone who can.
Does the watch have people that can talk to dead people?
Probably.
So they can, find out why they were attacking each other?
The watch has friends in the various guilds, including the Order of the Gauntlet. I have no doubt they have someone who can reach out to the dead.
To be less vague about things, one of the witnesses thought they saw someone fleeing the scene, but they grabbed something off one of the corpses before doing so. A pouch, to be precise. We thought it might be wise if we could somehow commune with the recently deceased to try and work out what was in the pouch, what brought on this attack.
Well, that would be in the watch's hands. You would have to convince them, and you'd probably have to pay for someone who is capable of casting the spell to set aside some other time and components to do so.
We've had a lucrative opening week. I think I can... Rather, I'd like to hope I can afford such services. But thank you, your assistance has been very useful.
You're welcome.
Thank you for seeing me.
She gives a nod.
I say in Elizabeth's head, should we ask her if she's seen the construct we're looking for?
Elizabeth, turns and... on a very unrelated matter. We're searching for some sort of construct that the Temple of Gond seems to have accidentally let loose into the city. I don't suppose you've had any reports?
I'm afraid not.
Yes, I thought it was a bit of a goose chase. If it was undead, then I trust you'd have a lot more information for me. Thank you anyway.
Of course.
Okay, friends. On to wrangle this book monster.
Could be a cat monster.
Could be a cat book.
Attack of the Curious Cat, I suppose. She says as she racks her brain trying to think of any novel that was written about a cat ever.
Oh boy, that's going to be a long list.
That darn cat.
Alright, so you all make your way over to the bookstore.
Hey, Medley, is your thing working? Are you still holding the trigger?
I'm always holding the trigger. She's just very delicately working the device.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. I'm determined to make it reveal its secrets.
Hope it's not broken.
So, let's see. Yep, you're heading to... Oh, doesn't say what the shop's name is.
Belzoon's Folly.
Yeah, well, there it is,
On
yeah.
the corner of Storm Street and Salabar.
Yep. Here we go. But you make your way up, and when you go in, when you step inside the shop, you see that there is a door that is just like blockaded, and on the inside, from the other side, you can hear meowing on the other side of the door. But there's an elderly woman who is like pacing back and forth, and she looks up and says, "Oh, were you sent by the Harpers?"
We were sent by the Harper.
The most secretive organization?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh.
Mert sent us.
Oh, that's good. There's a monster in that room, and it could. I don't know what it's doing, but my cat is on the other side. Philippa, you must save Philippa.
What kind of monster are we looking at?
I don't know. It's like a meatball with little eyes on it.
Oh shit.
Did you say that in character or out of character?
She says that in character.
Both.
Why, oh shit.
Real quick, out of character. Did we fight a gazer when we, or like
Yes, you did.
something like that when we went into the sewers? Okay, cool.
Yes, you did.
Wasn't sure if I dreamed that or fucking something wacky.
Yep. And you all should have this handout already. So you fought that before.
Oh, you guys fought that when I wasn't there?
Certain similarities to something we've faced already.
You can
And yeah, I think.
Yeah, I totally remember all of that. I was not on drugs at all.
Well, this is something we're familiar of. I suppose we should quickly dispose of this thing before it does any good damage.
Yes, as always, everyone be careful. This thing, last time we faced it, didn't do anything in particular, do anything too dangerous. We got the better of it, but this one is agitated. Agitated and cornered.
The cat or the monster?
Both.
How do we plan to deal with this monster?
Head on?
Very well.
As quickly and efficiently as possible.
At first sight, I'll curse it to the grave. I want someone to hit it very, very hard afterwards.
Like very hard one time?
Very hard one time, and then as hard as possible every other time after that.
I do my best.
I hate how specific that spell works.
Is the door open?
No, it's boarded up. It's barricaded.
Like, hand goes into compartment, little hand crossbow pops up. I am ready.
I
Open
guess
the
I will
door.
try and remove the boards to get inside
Yeah.
to kill the monster.
You can move. It's just like a table and a couple chairs in the way. You're able to move that out of the way. When you open the door, let me. What's everyone's passive perception?
10.
13. And Frost has like fucking 22 on it.
22. Yeah, Frost has 22. 13
Okay.
for me.
Oh,
We don't see shit.
Yep. So you all step inside and you just hear the continued. You try to locate the source. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Hey, there's my rolls.
7,
Hey, nice.
9.
All right.
We're getting railed, friends.
Well, nobody snuck in, so and this thing rolled a natural 20, got really lucky. So it's going to take a surprise round. But as soon as you open the door, the meowing stops. And then I need Elizabeth to make a dexterity save. And
Ah, shit.
yep, and Eleanor to make a strength save. Okay.
my dump stat.
You actually succeed.
Yeah.
So, 2 rays just. Whoops. Where is it? Here we go. Yep, there's that. And that. 2 rays beam out from behind one of the shelves, and Eleanor, there you feel like movement start to try and shift you, but you don't go anywhere. Oh, jeez. Elizabeth, you feel suddenly cold as an icy beam strikes you and frost starts to form over your body.
She tries to raise her shield, but just gets fucking blasted anyway.
Yep. And then you hear the meowing again, but it's not the cat. It's the creature itself. It seems to be mimicking its sound. It just goes.
Oh, it's disgusting. Kill it. Kill it.
Yep. Eleanor, you're up.
Bonus action shillelagh on my quarterstaff because yeah. And let's see how it's how close is it?
It is floating about 7 feet off the ground, just like rolled out from behind a shelf.
Just going to move in close to give it the old pokey, but we'll do that after activating that.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a swing at it with the quarterstaff.
That misses.
Shit.
Yep. It just kind of like bobs out of the way a little quicker than you expected it.
Oh, you weird creepy thing.
Now, it's creepy thing's turn. Let's do. Medley, make a wisdom save, and is this thing? No, it's not that smart. And Eleanor, you're kind of right in front of it, so make another dexterity save. Or make me a dexterity save. Okay. Medley, you're fine. The beam hits you, but you feel whatever magic it shoots out just kind of wash over you. Eleanor.
That tickles.
You take 10 damage. As you are hit by the frost this time.
Alright, then I'll use my reaction to make him take Halo Spores.
Okay, that's Constitution save.
Yeah.
Well, he
Wow,
fails.
what damage. There you go.
1 damage.
Ooh, wait. Halo Spores, roll damage a second time. Yeah. There you go. 4 damage total.
So it's 3 more. There we go. Alright, Elizabeth, you're up.
Nope, I beat him.
Oh. Yes, you
Oh
did.
yeah.
Crossbow!
Don't forget that 10 damage.
Mhm.
Right.
I still have 2 temporary hit points.
Wait, who took the 10?
Oh, that's
Me.
right.
Oh, okay.
Because I get 4 temporary hit points for every level when I use it. Now that we're 3, that gave me 12.
Yeah, that's right. Most of your mushrooms freeze.
No, the fungi.
Not
Not
the
the fun
boys.
guys. Alright. I will bonus action Bardic Inspiration on Elizabeth. So enjoy. That is a D6 currently. And then I will fire the crossbow. Blunk. 12.
That. Come here. That misses.
Tiny
This
body.
this is a tiny, quick thing.
Tiny body. I
Tiny
reload.
body.
I'm done.
Okay. Elizabeth, you're up. You have inspiration. You feel inspired.
Does that last a decent bit of time, or do I have to use that this round?
10 minutes.
Glass.
Okay, cool. In that case, I'll continue with the original plan. Grab the amulet. Someone condemn that fucking thing to hell!
I tried
And
to
I'll
shoot it.
cast
It
my
didn't work.
channel divinity, Path to the Grave.
Oh no.
Then I'm going to take cover because I can't remember if it has disintegration.
You hear, someone condemn that. What'd you say? Someone condemn that thing to hell.
Yes.
In your exact voice, but it says it.
Oh, this thing is
You
disgusting.
heard the thing. Fucking kill it.
Fucking kill it. Hey, Lime, you're up.
I am going to attempt to fucking kill it. Full force, two-handed with my water staff.
Go for it.
218.
That hits. Roll damage.
And it takes what, double damage?
Double damage.
And
Not bad.
14?
It goes.
Yeah.
It goes. So it's busy mimicking Elizabeth, and then one of the eye stalks flips over and it sees Lime running at it, and it's just like, oh, and splats, like you just splatter it against the wall, just crush it, and then it just goes and falls on the ground.
No.
Perfectly good ingredients.
Lammy like scurries over, puts it in her bag.
Someone did vulnerability. That was like a bunch of damage, but it's done.
I'm gonna assume because I decimated it, there's nothing to that I could salvage from it.
Make me a survival check if you want to try.
I would take great joy in assisting with that, cutting open the fucko that just blasted me.
Its body is destroyed, but since you're getting assistance, roll me a 1d4. 3 of its eye stalks are intact.
Cool.
Now roll me 3d4. If you get any doubles, re-roll them.
Alright. You said 3d4?
Yes. Okay, perfect. You get... Here, I'll pull that back up. You get a dazing eye stalk, a frosty eye stalk, and a telekinetic eye stalk.
So it was a
Dazing, frosty, telekinetic. And these have a shelf life.
Okay.
Hmm.
In my traveling alchemist supplies, they go. How long is their shelf life?
Depends on where you keep them. If you preserve it, it'll probably have like a shelf life of a few months. If you leave it out in the summer heat, probably like a day or two.
Okay.
If you keep it just stored in like a relatively cool and dry place, probably about a month.
Okay. But they're not gonna like disintegrate before we can get back to the place.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll take a couple. That'll take a few days. Like if it's left out in the heat, it'll start to decompose. It is summer outside.
Elizabeth turning into Jack the Ripper.
Well, that was fun, guys. Where's the cat? Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Maybe animal handling.
Oh.
We all know the gazer was just, the entree. The real fight is the cat.
21.
The gazer was the real pet. The cat was the enemy.
Here we go.
I'm gonna feel real bad if that old lady's like, "Where's my meatball?" Like, oh no, we killed the wrong thing.
Oh shit.
21. So you start calling for this cat Felipa. After a moment, there's a silver tabby does like start poking its head out. It was hiding underneath one of the some of the furniture, but it just kind of like pokes its head out. Seems cautious, but with that it does walk up, kind of like looks curiously at this now dead gazer body, like maybe it can eat it now. And then
Sure, you can. Yeah.
We've got all the good bits. The rest can either be turned into rations or cat food.
How far away would you say that Usa is about right now? Is she within 30 feet?
Yeah, probably. She's not in the room. She's waiting for you all to finish.
I'm going to use the silent speech to say to her, we killed the monster, and your cat is all right. I cannot say 100% the same for your book.
There are a couple of books that are spattered, but after a moment, she kind of like pokes her head in and goes, "Oh, Felipe, you're okay." And she runs up and reaches out for her. And, like,
Was that the only one?
Oh, that thing is still ugly. Wait here. And she walks out and comes back with what appears to be a dusty old book. But she says, this was my husbands. He passed away, but he was a wizard. I would like you to have this.
Oh, well, thank you very much. And Eleanor will tuck the book away in a bag.
No, Felipa, stop eating that. You don't know where it's been. And she scoops the cat up and is like, I have to clean this up, but thank you very much. Tell Marty I am very grateful.
You can always count on the Hopper.
A secretive organization.
Eleanor will give a very polite bow. And she'll remain silent until they leave.
Wow, if those are the... I'm gonna turn to Medley. Wow, if those are the only missions that we get from the Hoppers, this is gonna be an easy gig.
Just a quick question.
Yes.
Has Rin frozen?
No.
No, I see him moving.
No, he's just very, very still. Okay, that was weird. Just a quick question. How exactly did that creature come to be stuck in your back room?
I have no idea.
I don't suppose you have any vents or,
Well,
I suppose, a shitter back there that we don't know about?
oh, do you think it came out of the shitter?
Humanoid
It's-
body functions are truly disgusting. You produced that
Yes.
tiny ball of filth. Gross.
I use my own shit as fertilizer, so it's multi-purposeful.
Also gross.
It just might be a cause for concern. Should this happen again, I would recommend, I suppose, getting a plumber, plus or minus a cleric.
I would probably be dealing with that right now.
Very fair. Anyhow, ma'am, you have a lovely day.
You as well.
We should also be figuring out where we should go from here. It is almost time to finish.
I personally would like to speak to some criminal contacts if I have any,
Do you have it?
but that can wait until next week.
Sure.
And as soon as they're gone, or out of the house and heading back, Eleanor's gonna go, we need to find somebody who can identify things.
We need to get paid before we leave the trade ward.
Yes.
Also
Getting
that.
paid is important for
But we need to
whatever
see-
you use money for.
Eleanor nodding and go, and we also need to see who can identify the spells in this book, because if they're really good spells, people will pay lots of money to copy them.
The proprietor of the Spirit Tap. I've spoken to her a lot as of late. She did good work on the last book we had. She might be able to help us again.
Oh, good.
She also makes a mean cocktail. And I mean physically mean. It tried to punch me in the face before I drank it.
I mean, hey, it
That
gets
did
people in
happen.
the seats, I guess. So we'll go find Moit.
Oh, no, actually, the money we're getting is from Jalister.
Aha, even better. So we'll go find Mr. Jalister and then have someone look this book over.
As you all are leaving the trade wards, the nimble rate detector that that Medley had been carrying suddenly goes off, and whoops, yeah, the little umbrella on the top starts to spin, and there's like a low hum that it starts to give off.
Well, criminal contacts and all the other stuff we had to do can wait. I think we've got a more important task at the moment.
Can't have them blowing up other things.
Or can we?
And that's where we will end for tonight.
Good game, everyone.
Good game.
Yeah.
Good night.
And big thanks to the lollygaggers who raided us with like 10 people and had our numbers up for quite a while. And then we petered back down to our normal 6, but it was still good for like an hour. So that was awesome. Come back tomorrow where we'll be hopefully killing Strahd finally. We've been saying it for weeks, but I'm sure we'll actually get to do it tomorrow, probably. And then we'll go forward from there to figure out what our next game is, because it's probably Deadlands.
Yes.
Yeah.